Alright, this is going to be, we're going to go over the PowerPoint. You're going to see all the PowerPoints. This is what we're going to do. We're going to use the Screencast-O-Matic, and I'm going to go to the PowerPoint right here, and the great thing about this is now it's a video. Now it's on YouTube, so we can access it. You can rewind it, where you couldn't do that on the normal PowerPoint. So if it went too fast, you kind of had to watch the PowerPoint over and over again. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and we're going to graph our linear inequalities, and then we're going to shade. And the whole thing is we want to see where the shaded regions intersect. Great thing about it is too, we can see the cursor on this. Now when we have this, it's in slope-intercept form. 2 is the slope, 3 is the y-intercept. So we really just want to get 2 points. We're going to graph that y-intercept first. So we go up here at 3. There it is. Then we're going to use the slope just to get another point. That's all we need is 2 points. So the slope here is 2. Now remember, that is a fraction, it's 2 over 1. So if I go over here, that means I go up 1, 2, to the right 1, there's the second point. And that's it. So all we want is just 2 points. So then to draw the boundary line, since it's greater than, it's not underlined, this is going to be a dotted line. There it is. And then we want to shade. Since it's greater than, this is where we're going to shade everything here. So we shade it. There it is. Okay, the second one there. Again, it's in slope-intercept form. -3/4 is our slope. -3 is the y-intercept. We always begin with the b, which is the y-intercept. So I go 3 on the y-axis. Remember, we don't make the mistake. We're not going here. This is the x-axis. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3. There's the first point. Okay, then we're going to use that slope to get another point. The slope is -3 over 4. So what we can do is from this point, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. Now it's over +4, so we go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there it is. Okay, so these points go down left to right because the slope's negative. Okay, draw the boundary line. Again, this is not underlined, so it's going to be another dotted line. There it is. Then we want to shade. Here is our inequality. It's less than. So less than, I shade below everything here where the cursor is. This is where I'm shading everything. Now this region right here, the intersection of the shaded regions, this is the answer. There it is. So everything outlined here in the red. If you pick an ordered pair in here, what this means is if you plug this ordered pair into the first equation, or first inequality, or second inequality, they both work. If you were to plug in an ordered pair here, it would only work for this first inequality. If you were to plug an ordered pair in the green part, it would only be a solution to the second one. So we want where they both intersect, so they solve both inequalities. And that's what we're doing. We're looking to graph, looking to get the shaded region, and looking to see where they intersect. Just kind of like how we highlighted this. When you do this on your sheet, you can circle this. So I should be able to see, when you turn this in on the quiz, the circled region where the both shaded regions intersect. Alright, let's look at the second one. Okay, second one, our slope's 3/5, our y-intercept's -1. So we're going to go down to -1, graph that. Our slope's 3/5. So from this point I go up 1, 2, 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Okay, the boundary line. Again, it's not underlined, so it is going to be a dotted line right there. Okay, then we want to shade. Now it's less than. Since it's less than, we're going to shade below. So it's going to be this whole region we're going to shade green. Okay, let's look at the second one. Looks like we have a pretty pink right here. We have the slope there is -4 over 1. The y-intercept, which we graph first, is 5. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the point. Our slope is -4 or -4 over 1. So from this point, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1. And again, that's all we need. Now the boundary line, it's underlined right here. So this is going to be a solid line. Now to shade it, it is less than. So if I shade it less than, this is where I'm going to shade it right here. All right here, this section right here. And you can see this is going to be the answer right here. So let's shade everything. This right here, the darker region, this is where the pink and the green intersect. So on your sheet, you should make sure you circle what I'm outlining right now. That's your answer. Okay, let's look at the third one. You can see all these are real easy because they're in slope-intercept form. In class on Tuesday, probably Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to give you some examples maybe as a warm-up where these equations are not, or excuse me, inequalities are not going to be in slope-intercept form. So it should be easier once it's in slope-intercept form. All right, enough of me yammer. Let's get to the problem here. Y-intercept's -4, so we go down 4. There it is. Slope is 5, 6. So from this y-intercept, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Okay, the boundary line, it's underlined. Greater than or equal to, so it's going to be solid. Now to shade it, it's greater than. So this is above. I'm going to shade everything above right here in that region. Okay, the second one, in purple, the y-intercept is going to be at +1. So go up 1 on the y-axis. The slope is -3 or -3/1. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 to the right 1. There it is. Okay, the boundary line, it's just less than, so it's going to be a dotted line. And to shade it, since it's less than, I'm going to shade, this is below. Okay, so it's going to shade here. That doesn't intersect here. This is where it's going to intersect. So this pink right here, or fuchsia, I don't know if I really know my colors. What I'm outlining here, this is the answer right here. So make sure that you circle this region as your answer. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, again, it's in slope-intercept form. 2 is the slope, 2 is the y-intercept. So I go right to the 2. The slope is 2/3. So I just go up 1, 2, to the right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then to draw that boundary line, it's just greater than, so it's a dotted line. And then to shade it, it's greater than, so I'm going to shade everything here, everything above. There it is. Okay, the second inequality. Okay, that should be a special case there. It's either the Hui or the Vux. Well, it should be the Vux because I have the X. There's no Y in here, so this is a vertical line. So I'm just going to plot a point right on the X-axis. So I'm going to go right here. That's where X equals -2. And I'm just going to draw a vertical line. It's going to be solid because it's underlined. So there it is. It's solid. And then the shade, it's less than or equal to -2. So all these values, X is -3, X is -4 here, -5. These are all less than or equal to -2. So this is where we shade. So you can see this purple region, this is the answer. This is where the two shaded regions intersect. So you should circle this when I'm outlining. Alright, next one. Okay, and a good idea, maybe, we've done, 3 or 4. Maybe you should try doing this on your own. You can stop it, pause it, and then play it to see if you have the right answer. Alright, y is greater than 2. Again, this is the special case, so this is the Hui. So Hui is the horizontal line. Okay, so I'm going to go to the y-axis, and I'm going to graph 2 on the y-axis. Now the boundary line is just greater than 2, so it's going to be dotted or dashed. Now if it's greater than 2, I'm going to shade everything above. Right here, y is 3, y is 4, y is 5. These are all bigger than 2. So we shade the region. There it is. Okay, next one. Okay, again, these are the special cases. These should be easy. You only have one variable. This is the Vux, back to the vertical line. So I'm going to go to the x-axis. I'm going to graph the point right here. This is where x is 1. There it is. Now the boundary line, it's greater than or equal to, so it's going to be solid. Now to shade the region, it's greater than or equal to. So I'm going to shade everything to the right. This right here is going to be the answer. This is where the two shaded regions intersect. So there it is. This gray, that's what you should be circling. That is your answer right there. It satisfies both inequalities. Right, next one. We're rolling right now. Okay, -3/4 slope, -2 is the y-intercept. I go down at -2. I use the slope. Now since it's -3/4, it's like saying -3 over +4. So from here I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the boundary line, it's just greater than, so it's going to be a dashed line. Since it's greater than, I'm going to shade. This is where everything's above. This is where I shade. Okay, the next one, our y-intercept here is -1. So I go down the y-axis. There's the first point in blue. The slope is 4/5. So from this point, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the boundary line, it's greater than or equal to. So since it's underlined, it's going to be a solid line. Now to shade, this is greater than or equal to. So this is above. Everything here, this is above. So I put this in blue. So this purple region right here, this is the answer so far. And I believe this is the last one where there's 3. Yeah. So this is the last one. So far you can eliminate this section that's just in blue. You can eliminate this section which is in red. So we want to see where it all intersects, and really I'm only looking at this, the purple. Okay, here's another special case. This is the HOI. This is a horizontal line. So I'm going to graph a point on the y-axis, and it's going to be at 2, so it's going to be right here. Now the boundary line, it's less than. It's not underlined, so this is going to be dotted. Now we're going to shade this in green. Now this is less than, so I'm going to shade everything below. So if you see, if I shade everything below right here, this little triangle right here, that's going to be where all 3 shaded regions intersect. This is going to be our answer, what I'm outlining. So let's see, you can see it. This is it, the triangle in black, that's the answer. You can see it gets a little messy, so it's probably a good idea to maybe have a pen and a pencil so you can see the 2 different colors. But this is it here, that's the answer. And that is 7.6, graphing linear inequalities. And again, if you don't understand it, it's on YouTube, so you can rewind it, you can fast forward it. So this should be better than just viewing a normal PowerPoint. And we're done.